Disclaimer. This video, like all videos featured on this channel, is definitely intended for mature audiences. This video is likely to contain profane language. Content is inappropriate for minors. Video is not for kids.
Welcome to the Dr. Greenthumb Show. Lord of mercy.
These headphones got them.
Check.
Yes, we need lots of help. I think. Can you hear, Doobie?
No.
Your headphones are unplugged. Okay, Dominator's gonna help you out. This is Dr. Greenthumb Show live right here. Be Real TV, YouTube, Twitch, Discord, and BeReal.tv. What's popping? I'm Dr. Greenthumb. Hello, we made it through another day. To my right, the illustrious one, the legendary Sand Dog up in here. How you doing?
Doing good, man. Happy to be here and being part of the whole get down, man. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Word up. Rocking the Black Sunday Splash too. I see it.
Oh, you noticed?
I did.
That's a classic shirt.
It's very classic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Son Doobie in the building.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Just glad to be here with you guys. Dr. Greenthumb Show, family. I miss Sin. Yeah, I haven't seen Sin in a minute, so I'm happy.
Yeah.
Love you guys. Thank you.
Word up. Treehouse crew in the house. Bolton, Blombo, Bra, and the Dominator was popping.
You mean what's big in B?
Big and back being boo always.
Always
You know how we do.
being furious.
It's Burious business, Bolton. You already know. All right. And we got the strong one in the house, Steph Tone.
Hell yeah. What's happening, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Bam, bite.
That's right. I like that, Dr. Greenthumb San Francisco splash you got on you right there, son.
From San Francisco?
No, but I'm from nearby at Sacramento.
He's from
From
Sacramento.
Modesto.
All right.
A little next door neighbor.
Oh,
Oh,
word
yeah.
up, California in the
Central
building.
Valley.
And special guest up in here with us, Bankrol Hayden.
Man, thank you for having me, man. Y'all really OGs in the culture, man, so it's great to be here.
And it's good to have you up in here, man.
Yeah, man.
And he's rolling his own. I like that. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
I got to get off the tobacco soon.
Yeah, so
Killing my vocals, but
I didn't
I'm
want to
addicted.
comment on that. Just so you feel, hey, let me ask you this. So
Yeah.
you feel like when you do live shows, you feel them affecting your vocals when you do blunts, when you smoke blunts?
Yeah,
Before the show, right?
I do, yeah. I'm not going to lie. Like, I tried my best to not smoke before the show and smoke after,
It's hard.
but it is hard. I'm going on tour in 4 days, and they were telling me, like, you going to stop or you going to keep doing it? I'm like, man,
Look, if you're going to
See how it
smoke
goes.
before the show, smoke with some papers.
that's real.
You know what I mean? Because, like, I used to do the same thing. They could tell you, like, before I was smoking blunts before the show, during the show, after, and my shit would never sound like it did on the record because I was always raspy, going hoarse. And then finally I flipped over to papers, and it started,
Wow.
it got better for me.
And I could tell I'm probably gonna do that because I'm a long-term smoker. Like, I've been smoking since I was little, so I know I'm not gonna just like stop smoking getting older. Like, it's something I kind of want to do forever. So,
Yeah.
like, I probably have to do that just for my health.
Yeah.
Don't get to a point where I can't even do it no more.
It's better for your lungs and chest, man.
Nah, for real.
Getting rid of the blunts and all that.
Yeah, just got to switch over to them concentrates. Dabs to keep you fresh and clean all the
I just
time.
got a dab recently, man. My brother Jay Kears gave me I think a puff coat was called or something.
Yeah.
This is crazy. Man.
Oh,
I've been
Jay,
smoking
yeah.
all day. That's a long-time friend of mine. Real talk.
Those are really cool dudes, man. They got some good concentrates popping off too. Some of the best, the Cure.
My dog, big bro, for real.
Yeah, man. Yeah, those blunts will build up. Like, you will be spitting up some crazy
Yo,
craziness.
so I've been going on runs
Talking.
every morning for
Okay.
tour, just singing my songs in my headphones. Like how I seen an interview a long time ago where like Birdman and Wayne, he would do that with his artists.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to like sing as I run up these hills, but like when I'm done, I'm coughing up like backwoods stuff like the whole day until
Yeah,
the next
backwoods,
day.
yeah, that's especially.
Crazy.
Yeah, you know, it's good that you're doing
Honestly,
all
I don't
that.
even smoke backwards no more. Not to cut you off, sorry. But I've just been smoking like loose leaves recently. Like
Those are better for
yeah.
you. Yeah,
It's
those,
probably all bad at the end of the day, but
Yeah,
backwards
you know
is
what
just so dirty. And I always like,
what you could do is try those hemp leaves. You know what I mean?
That's real.
Because those, I mean, they're kind of close. You know, they got the texture, but they don't have all that tobacco. You know, all
No,
that in it
good
that's
point.
gonna build that, like, all that crap in the up in your lungs and in your chest. Because, like, you know, hey, I'm glad I heard you say that like you're training doing that, like, you know, like going on runs and spitting your verses, because that's important, man, because it's all
Man.
about breath control when you're doing the live shows, and that right there helps. Like, it's something I did early on,
Yeah.
and I still kind of do it.
Wow.
Because, I mean, you know, as you get older, you got to train for this like an athlete, because it don't get easier, especially when you got up-tempo songs. But
Yeah,
But-
and a lot of my songs are up tempo, so it's a lot of like breathing in them. But I've been doing like exercises with this
That's
vocal
good.
coach.
that's
But-
great.
Man, it's tough. I noticed just from like doing festivals, I'm always gassed out. That's one thing. It's like I'm sweating heck up. I'm out of air. So I'm like, yeah, I gotta start running, man. or
So you just started
cardio.
training then.
Yeah, just recently. Like it's only probably been like a week or two of doing it.
You're gonna notice a big difference when you
Onto it,
get
yeah.
back on stage. I promise, man.
Yeah.
Like I noticed it. Like when I wasn't working out beforehand. I mean, we always were active, you know, in terms of our squad, working out, playing basketball, and all this. But
Basketball is great.
yeah,
You don't realize how much you're running when you play that.
yeah, it's opening your lungs like up. And for what we do in terms of rap, you know, when you're busting the bars out and they're like up tempo songs, the BPMs are up there. It's cardio, man. You got to keep up with all that, and be moving around as you're doing this to, you know, not just be standing still. It's a workout in itself, and if you ain't ready for it, man, you will get gassed. I seen it. It's happened to me. I mean, like before I realized, oh man, I got to be in shape for this. I was getting gassed here and there, and then using like screaming my vocals out because I was gassed, and that's why a lot of artists go hoarse and
Yeah.
mess up their voice, because, you know, their cardio isn't there, and then they're like doing it from up here as opposed to down here, and the lungs are like just overworked.
True.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'd definitely be like sometimes trying to yell too much, like I'm the DJ or something. Like I gotta fall back and just sing my song.
It's hard for us
You're
in the
so
beginning.
happy in the moment. You want
Yeah.
you want to express yourself, but it's like
I think it's a combination of the excitement, the adrenaline,
yeah.
and if you're new
Adrenaline
to
is
it
what it
too, you know what I mean? It's about building control, because if you love to do it, you'll eventually do enough of it to where you're killing it. But, you know, to get control, you just need a little bit of guidance here and there. I mean, everybody does, because there's no school for this. It's like you said in the beginning, right? We were talking about something
About taxes.
about taxes, right? It's the same, like every aspect of what we do as rappers, as artists in hip hop. There's no training for it
At all.
unless you grew up with someone
They
who's
feel like
doing
they want you to fail sometimes.
Yeah.
They want to see how you do and hold that power over your head.
Yeah, well, realistically, I think what labels realized early on was that they don't want to be signing artists for 7 albums, because they were doing that at first. They were signing, like major labels were signing artists, hip hop artists, for 7-album deals, knowing that they didn't intend to put out 7 albums. They were hoping to maybe get 2 or 3, right? Because they didn't think the investment was going to come back. But then, you know, some of these hip hop artists start going gold and platinum. And they're like, oh, wait a minute, we got something.
Bro, yeah.
You know, but then if you got a capable lawyer and manager, your guarantees are going to go up for each deal, because now you're up into the bonus rounds if you had any success. So now they got to pay you more each album if you hit your marks. And that's something that they probably didn't intend, like to have to pay this artist, you know, whereas maybe the contract originally was for 1.5 million, but because they sold so many on this album before it, now bonus is up. They might have to spend like 2-3 million.
Well played, B.
And I feel like a lot of people, well, not to cut you off, but I feel like a lot of people too, they think that like it's just like I don't know, I feel like they think it's just like I don't know how to say it for real. Like it's like Man, I kind of like lost what I was gonna say.
I think they feel like it's instant success when you get signed.
Right, and they think too it's like, oh, it's a 4-album deal. You could just give them 2 albums a year and you'd be out in 2 years. But it's like it has to reach a certain level for it to even mean anything or count anything.
For it to count, yeah.
And that's something I didn't know coming in this was like it's really about how it performs. It's not even about how much music you deliver them.
Oh yeah, and if you do have one of those album deals, and you know, we could relate to this at this table because I think we've all, Sen and I for sure. I know Son Doobie and Steph Tone. You're in these deals that are like potentially like 7 album deals. Like your first deal, most likely is a 7 album deal.
Right.
Now, you might be out there touring off that first album for 2 years, right? And then they might hit you with, well, you know, you're due to put out the next album in 6 months. If you don't put it out, we're going to have to fine you for every month that this album ain't out.
Right.
You know, deadlines like this in some of these deals because they're always looking to negotiate the next one down.
Yeah.
So you can't give them no excuse. I mean, I remember that happening to us on.
You're right, B. The labels will let you have what you want. They'll let the artist have it for temporary, but best be sure right after that, it's all about what the label wants. Right after yours dies down, burns out. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like because I remember with Black Sunday, they rushed us to make that album because we were out there touring so much. And that, you know, time went by. We're like,
amazing album.
Well, we got to put out the
Amazing
next album. We got to take you guys off a tour and get you back in the studio.
No way.
To make the next album, because if not, you're not going to hit your next, you know, the next cycle that you're supposed to be putting out this record.
Man.
And if you don't put it out in this time, for every month that they take some of that budget away.
I feel like too, people don't know when they sign a deal, they think, okay, standard is 18% or whatever the deal is, 21% artists are getting.
Yeah.
And I feel like they think that, oh, I'm gonna be getting that the whole time.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know that I had to wait until they make back every single dollar
They have
for
to
me
recoup,
to
yeah.
even touch my 18%. And like the whole like somebody that described it to me one day in a nice way. They said, look, bro, imagine I gave you $100, you get your $18, and the rest of the money just goes in their pocket. The whole other 80 some, I'm bad with math, but the whole 80 some doesn't even go back into me recouping and like helping me recoup on like how much money I owe them on what they're spending on me. I never knew that until like I learned.
Oh yeah, and so they give you the album recording fund, then the video fund for the 2 or 3 videos you might get. Well, back in the day, today who knows what it is, and then the marketing and promotional fund. All that is recoupable. You don't make no money on royalties or any of that stuff until that's recouped. So the money that you do make, like immediately, is doing shows and selling merch and things like that. That at least that was the old Get Down. Whatever the new Get Down is, it's slightly different. You could get bags quicker these days.
Well, I heard it's now release your stuff on free online or like on YouTube, and you make your money off the shows.
Right. Well, yeah.
You know,
I mean, then
so
it's
listen,
still that.
I do it, follow you guys. So yeah.
And there's the 360 deals where they in on your merch and your shows. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, thank you.
They better be giving you like generational change money, right? Like if you're gonna take a 360 deal, it better be changing your family's life for generations than to give all that.
All the kids out there, don't take a 360 deal ever, man. You can do it by yourself, man. You don't need any of that.
Exactly.
What you said earlier, bro, it's all a bank. That's all it is.
It's all a bank with the highest interest loans ever.
I'm not saying like, oh, just be independent. I'm not knocking labels. I feel like labels, sometimes you do got to do that to get what you need and the money and the support and just the ends, the producers, certain stuff you need that you can't get.
If you want to be,
So
if
it's
you
pros and cons for real.
If you want to be a pop artist, you definitely need a major label. You cannot do it independent because at some point you're going to have to merge with the major. If you want to be a mainstream artist with success, still, you kind of got to be on one of them big ass labels. But if you know you want to be independent and you don't want to fuck around, oh damn it! If you don't want to be independent, you ought to and you don't want to mess around with the labels, then you could totally do it yourself. It's just about, you know what you don't have is the resources that the big bank has, because they got all the resources. They all network it together. And as an independent, you got to pay for that. And if you ain't got the budget, you ain't getting that.
True.
And it's going to be a piece you skip.
Unless you got the $250,000 to work that single, yeah.
Right.
Because
Right.
I don't know nobody that has a $250,000 like that unless it's a major label to work a single. Because if you want to have it to make it that good run that you want, you need that money.
I'll say it like this, right?
Right.
That's absolutely right. But if you're invested in yourself, like to me, like I was always of the, you know, aside from our Sony deal with Cypress, if I ever did a project, like for instance with Psycho Realm, right?
Right.
The way we did that was we recorded it before we took it to the label. I paid for all the studio sessions and so I knew what it cost to make.
Smart.
Right?
Yeah,
And
smart.
once it was done, that's when we went and shopped it.
Right.
And I just got whatever I paid back and then split the rest. But, you know, that's so that I didn't have to deal with the red tape of, you know, the recording process through a major
You're good, V.
funding it.
Yeah, you're good.
If I wanted to, I could have kept those masters because I originally paid for them. I could have just, I didn't think about it that back then. I just was, well, here's the album. Give us a budget. I'll pay myself back, and boom, here we go.
Wow.
But if I had been thinking about it, I would have said, I'm keeping the masters. I'm going to license you this album.
Michael
would have been
Jackson,
better.
Just keep everything. I'm gonna keep your publishing
keep
everything.
everything.
Beatles.
Had I done
Steal
that, it would
everything
have
from
been
the
awesome.
Beatles and just sit on it, just like
I could have just sat on that one. But, you know, hey, you live and learn. And that's the
Live and
thing.
learn, right.
Like we said, there's no school for this.
good advice.
They don't want to
Thank
teach
guys.
you that.
Word,
You got to learn that on your own.
word.
But hey, listen, I want to congratulate you. Over 1 billion streams worldwide, my dude.
Thank God, man.
That
That's
is huge.
Man,
Congratulations.
that was crazy, man. That's one of them things that help it count right there. Like we was talking about earlier. Like that right there kind of made him be like, all right, like we got to count this. Let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you have to look at that because that's not easy to get.
Yup.
I mean, when you think about how many artists there are that you got to compete with
I ain't
now.
gonna lie. Yeah, when they first told me, I was in disbelief. Like when they first told me that's what you have to do for this to count, I'm like, bruh, how am I gonna hit 1 billion streams? I'm not Taylor Swift. I'm not Justin Bieber. I'm not like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm making pop music, but I'm more of like a rapper too. So it's like I was in disbelief when that was what I was told I have to hit. But like my manager was like, bro, don't doubt yourself, bro. You already halfway there. Like from Painted Temporary to this, you halfway there. Like don't you just gotta hit. I think at the time it was like you gotta get 10 songs with like 50 million or something like that. And like it's just crazy how it all happened.
and
I
you know
prayed
what?
about that like probably a million times, man. Just,
And it's
that was like
crazy.
my nighttime routine prayer for a second. Like, hey, man, pray for 1 billion streams.
And you know what? It sounds crazy, but it is possible if you put the work behind it, and you obviously did that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To get over 1 billion worldwide, that's
Right.
money right there. And they got to recognize that. How do you not recognize 1 billion streams?
That's 1/8 the human population.
Yeah. Man, you said something interesting earlier too, bro. You said like it comes in waves. Like that's the thing too. Is like these people think you gotta sell a deal. I mean, sign a deal, and like everything's gonna work out. Maybe it's gonna work out while the buzz is going crazy. But the moment that buzz slow down and the wave dies,
For now. Yeah.
they still gonna be making all your money. And are they gonna be wanting to still invest in you though? It's like if shit's cold, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like that's a real thing too. A lot of people think, oh, I signed a deal, it's all heaven. Like.
Oh, it is
Everything's
not.
perfect, and it's not. It's like
When you got it popping, they will invest everything in you.
Real
You know what I mean? At least a label, a major label. When you're on the decline, they are looking for any excuse to not spend as much money on you.
Yeah.
That is the reality of it. What were you gonna say,
No,
Sandog? You seem like you were gonna
No,
say
I,
something.
I agree with you on that. I guess I was thinking out loud, but yeah, I agree with you, man. They'll throw everything at you that they can to put into you, and when they think you're done, you know, they'll get away from you. What was it year for us when they said, "Oh, you guys are over"?
Yeah, I mean, they
And we
thought
weren't over.
Yeah, they thought that they thought that on the third album because
Yeah.
traditionally at that time, you know, they underestimated the power of hip hop, and a lot a lot of groups at this time. They thought after the third album or after the second album, most hip hop groups would just sort of fade away. There's only a certain handful that keep going after that second album. It's the sophomore jinx, they call it, right? So they were throwing that on us left and right. They thought we were done after the second album, and we sold so many fucking records.
You guys
on
have
that second
bangers, man. Bangers after bangers.
album. Yes, I know that's 2IO right there. I get it.
Oh, that's too.
Yes, I got to take a double shot for that. But we believed in our.
You gotta take a dab or something.
Well, we got like a 30-minute challenge as hosts that
Okay.
if we curse, we either take flips
Oh, wow.
or shots of something. I owe 2, so if I'm gonna do flips, I owe 10. If I'm gonna do a shot, I owe a double shot. So those little failure sounds, that's them keeping track of.
And when is that payable upon?
I'm about to pay it right now.
Not just sin was gonna be me. Help me, no sin, man.
Yeah.
Sin is right. You want to nag, pay him now.
You want to take my shot? Is
No,
that
no,
what-
no,
no.
I'll give it to you.
No.
But yeah, man,
Oh, almost died.
that's the crazy thing about those labels, man. Is
Would they try to like judge y'all back in the day for like the weed? Y'all like embracing that so much?
they were actually with it.
They like that?
Yeah, we were surprised because we thought that they would, be shitting on us, trying to. Damn it, there goes another one. All right, we thought that they would not, because weed was taboo back then in any music form except for reggae and maybe jazz. So we thought they would want to have a conversation with us about taking the cannabis talk off of there, and they rolled with it. They actually had their marketing team, come up with stuff like Cypress Hill blowing into stores soon, and things like of that nature. And then they thought, let's talk with High Times. Let's get these dudes with High Times, and so Sony was actually really. They actually helped push it along. I didn't think they would, but they did. I think other labels didn't get it, and they were like, because we got turned down by several labels because of the weed stuff before we got signed. But
There was the one label that didn't want us to talk about weed or curse words or
that was Warner
violence.
Brothers.
Yeah, they like
Warner Brothers.
strip the band down. That's the way we want them.
Oh my.
Take away everything they're about.
Yeah,
I remember that. I thought that was ridiculous.
yeah, but Sony embraced it. I was like, pfft. And they even like when we were talking about this not long ago, but we'd go up there for meetings, right? Because every month they wanted to sit there and meet with the band and all that. So they'd give us a boardroom on the 56th floor, and they'd let us blow out the boardroom while we were waiting for the meetings or the promo stuff that we had to do. Whatever they had us up there doing, they put us in a boardroom to smoke. And they never told us we couldn't. They just let us blow it up. And we'd have people from different floors just coming in to witness.
Love you, Sonny.
Yeah.
Love you, Sonny.
Yeah, so-
man, I could smell you guys 3 floors down.
Oh, remember those days?
I
That sounded just like
I smelled you guys here, B. I smelled y'all.
I was in the cafeteria.
No, I'll say that Sony. I don't have much bad things to say about Sony because they let us be us, and they totally embraced it. Most people leave a major label and they're like, "Oh man, fuck them," and this, that, and the other. No, I'm over the time. I'm at 32. You're tripping up there. I only owe 2.
That was
Maybe a triple shot. I probably owe. But look. Yeah, man, they let us do us, and that's important. If you're going to be on a major label, if they let you do you, that's a great relationship. The minute they start telling you what to do, what to be, and all that, or telling you need to take this song off, and
Controlling.
that's when it's not good anymore.
I remember one time we were at the label when we were in New York, and we was, they let us blaze, but we had to go outside into the stairwell. And I can't even believe we were in the stairwell because the stairs were like, it wasn't in the round, but it was a square. And there was the huge corridor straight through the stairwell. Like you could have fell 50 stories if you went over the fucking.
Oh, man.
I was like, man, what are we doing out here? This is crazy. Smoke this weed.
Wind blowing.
Oh, man.
To find any little spot you can get it off in.
Yeah.
That's what it used to be, man.
Yeah, it was crazy. I can't believe we was smoking weed with a looked like just a black hole.
Yeah, that's some scary shit, man. It puts the tingle in your balls, B.
I'm trying to drink this smoothie with no straw, man. It's impossible. They probably looking at me on the camera like, what bro? No straw, man.
We might have some straws here. Hey, Todd, check for some straws.
Hey,
You just put
some
out
water too if y'all got some water.
Yeah, bring some water as well. Hey, you just put out a single, right? Bop Slide.
Bob Slide, yep. OGZ, Maxo Cream, Blueface.
Man, how did it feel to get that one off?
Man,
I mean, it's already got 1 million views on YouTube. And it's barely a week.
I didn't even know that. I think it was like almost about a hit when I was checking last.
Yeah,
So,
man.
But yeah, man, the whole record, I give myself a pat on the back for this one too, because it was like I didn't really have an A&R, so I was putting the whole record together for myself. It was like I went through like if I couldn't get through the artist, I went through like the producer, and
Right.
I was just getting it done. But like Blueface, like we had a genuine relationship before. Like a year ago, I played him the record, and we were in the studio. He's like working on it, writing the verse, and then he's like, "Yo, let's just go to the club, bro. Like, let's do this later." And then like we never do it. Year go by, and then finally sends it to me, and then OGZ went through his producer Diego, that's my boy, and then Maxo Cream, man, we just met at the Complex Con over there in Long Beach. They do it like once a year, I think.
Yeah.
And then he was just out there in his car. I got his number, sent him a song, and sent the verse back like a day later. He was quick.
It all just came together.
Yeah,
That's
came together, man. But it was cool.
Hey, well, see, now you know what it takes to do that type of
Right.
shit, so you don't got to worry about the A&R. You could just flex that on your own.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. You got to move like you independent, even when you're not. Even when you sign, like you got to act like you still you trying to get this off the floor.
That's the truth. I'll tell you what, like when we wanted to do features back in the day, we had to work it out ourselves, because if we left it to the major labels that we were on, they weren't allowing us to feature with other folks unless it was going to help your record in some sort of way.
Right.
It wasn't like today where we would just do the homies a solid. It doesn't matter if I got a project out or not. I'm going to get on it with you because you're my boy, and yeah, let's make a banger. Whereas labels were more strategic. If you didn't have a project coming out, it's a waste of time. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It's because they didn't see the bigger picture, like that you might win over some of those fans. And they it was all strategic. Like, okay, well, we got a record coming out next week. Maybe this ain't going to help that, so we're going to pass.
Yeah.
And because I can't tell you how many times they passed on shit for me. It wasn't until artists started reaching out to me direct. And that's that shit, where we have to reach out to each other direct to get something happening, because if we leave it to the labels, they ain't going to do it.
Relationships, that's like the most important thing too, because it's like
Yeah.
let's say I'm cold, but I was hot when I made this relationship with this guy. It's like we still have that relationship. Or let's say this guy's cold and I'm hot, I help him out, like both ways kind of thing. So
Yeah, and that's the thing. Labels don't
keep
look
that.
at it like that. They just look at their bottom line. Well, is this going to help or take away?
Thank you. Yeah.
Shit, you need us.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you put it in their hands, they find a way to fuck it up. Oh, well, it went away because we couldn't figure out this or that. And it's like, what do you mean it went away?
Gaslight you. Right.
And
They
then-
try to gaslight you. Yeah.
Well, they'll fuck it up on purpose. Again, if it doesn't add to what they have planned, or it takes away from what they have planned, or it just doesn't make sense for them, they won't push it through. I mean, you could do a feature with an artist with a big name, and you think you got that song right, and you say, okay, I'm gonna use this as a single. Then you call up their management or label and say, oh, we're not allowing any singles to be put out with
At this
our artist
moment.
on it at this moment, because and it's like, well, fuck, I gave him like 20 racks. What do you mean? Oh, sorry, but we're not. I mean, you could leak it and put it out for free, but I mean, and that
It
happens.
pisses you off, man. Don't even, because
Yeah.
I can hear it in your voice. It's like when you pay for next day delivery and it doesn't show up next day.
Oh yeah, you fucking.
And you're
never-
like,
I've
you
never
pay
done
for
that.
something, and you pay for, and the service ain't there, and it's like, so you took my money. I'm not gonna get my package when you said I was gonna get it. I get it. What the label's trying to do, it's like, and then when you do try to work with them, they may give you what you want a little bit, and even though they'll still try to, just try to push their agenda on you.
You know what? That's what's good about being an independent. You could be on anybody's record, and you don't got to worry about whether the label is gonna fucking put the smash on that.
Yeah.
Because that's real shit.
Right.
I mean, I was in a session where with a popular artist we all know, and this chick who had done a song with him was like, "Hey man, that song came out dope, but your label won't release your verse." And he is like,
Oh, he's smart. Right. That was his way of just be like, hey.
like what can he do? Like if the label's can't release it, it's like fuck. I can't give you, because he's signed to a major.
Yeah,
And if you're signed to a major,
it's different.
it's different. You know what I mean? Like as when we were signed to Sony, I couldn't just do features with someone without telling them, and then they ended up having to say yes or no to whatever this feature or cameo was. Whereas an independent, you don't got to worry about that. Or if you sign a non-exclusive deal, like, hey, listen, I'm signed to your label, but I can go collaborate with any fucking artist according to this contract right here. You have to put that in, because if not, they could shut it down. I've seen them do it. It's ice fucking cold. I'm glad I wasn't the guy spending money, because had I spent money, we would have had words over that. Like,
no, and they
said, like, you took my goddamn money knowing that they could shut it down. You could have told me that in the beginning, and then we could have figured something out. But like
they were doing
let
that.
me spend this money on you, and then knowing that your label might shut that down, we might have problems after that.
I've had opportunities like that where people are like, hey, man, I'll give you all this cash today. And I'm like, I'm going to just be real with you, bro. I don't even know if you're good to do all that. Like, I don't want you to give me this and I spend it, and then you ain't get your song clear, bro. So you got to take it up with them first.
I mean, there's a couple artists.
I let them know. I don't be taking the bags. I mean, I should be taking the bags for real, but I don't want to have bad business out
Wicked
there.
man.
I mean,
That's wicked.
hey, there's a couple of artists right now going at each other, like, because someone gave, who was it? I don't know if it was, I can't remember what the artist was, but like he gave him a stack,
Right.
and they never approved the song, and it was like, they gave him a big stack, and the single was never able to go out. And now homie is suing him for that. Like, you ruined my album by not being able to put this single on it, and I spent X amount of dollars on you.
No,
for
B,
this
you
thing.
right. You're right.
Yeah, no, it was, I can't remember what two artists. It was just like they just posted it 2 days ago. Some current artists at that. And yeah, man, like, if you're gonna take a bag, be 1,000 about it, man. And be like, hey, look, I'll do this for you, and you give me this bag, but like, I can't guarantee you my label's gonna allow it to go out. They have to have approval.
For a long time, East Coast artists would take robbing people, man, because they would give them the money, pay first, because they really wanted that song from that artist. But the artist would just keep the money and never show up to. Remember those days, B?
Yeah.
Then remember they would never show up and keep the money.
I could never do that, man.
You
If
know,
if you gave
could
me a
never do
bag,
that
I'm
either.
showing up 1,000,000
you.
%.
I actually never heard of take the money and run concept there.
No, I remember one time there was some cast, they wanted to do a song with some New York artists, and the New York artists just kept the money. They didn't even do the song with Homeboy.
They're like,
Oh, really?
They're like, fuck out of here, B. We didn't get no money.
It's a small
Yeah.
industry though.
Well,
like,
that's
you gonna
fucked
run
up.
into that dude at a show. Oh,
Yes.
oh.
But if they get cleaned up, they act now. Probably not. They probably don't do that no more now, man. They get smartened up. They got PayPal or something, or Zelly.
Oh, yeah, man. Like, the smart move is, like, you don't do shit till they pay you first.
Thank you. Yep.
Because, like, hip-hop, unfortunately, was built off, I'll pay you when. You know what I'm saying? And that's not good. There's new methods now. People get the bag first. Like, okay, I'll go do it, but you got to set this bag up first, because I don't move without it.
20 plus.
They getting smart now though. Not to be features now that they'll put in the contract. We need story posts. We need
Yeah.
Real.
You got to put all that.
we
Yeah.
need they be giving their little demands and stuff. But honestly, like when I do stuff with people, I'm like, it's either gonna be genuine or it's not. I'm not gonna force you to do nothing. Like when I did the OGZ verse, I didn't tell them you guys are obligated to post and this and that. I was just like, whatever they do, they gonna do.
Yeah.
Whatever. And they all show love, man. So
I think that's the best way to do it because then you know it's organic.
yeah, you're not like pinning them against the wall. Like,
When you pin them against the wall and they have to, they just gonna be like, all right, here, look. You know what I'm saying? They're giving you the minimum because maybe they don't really want to do that shit. But if you give them the option and say, look, if you're feeling it, go ahead, but whatever, you ain't obligated. That way, when they do it, you know you got someone that fucks with you and is solid and they want to see it win as opposed to like your paperwork pressed them to do it.
Yeah.
Because managers will do that. They will put it like labels will put all that shit in there. Must do in order for this bag to be solidified and all this other shit. I mean, they do it with social media posts now.
I remember when
Like collaborations and
when
shit.
you guys did Who's the Man soundtrack. And I remember a lot of features were being flown out here and there, and everybody was paying for those features. And I just remember Happy at Buzztone when he did the Judgment Night soundtrack. And that was the first time I seen metal with rap music. And, you were the, headliners on that one. So that was dope.
Well, fortunately, those record companies that were involved with that paid everybody.
Yeah.
They didn't fuck around.
No.
That was the good thing. Now, your new joint is called 29, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's a significant thing to you.
yeah, man, it's really like
The number, I mean.
yeah, it's like man, I started out with the number first started November 29th. I was in like a fatal car crash and broke my back and like a bar in my arm, bar in my back, 3 ribs. It lost me. I always say the word bag, so I just say shit bag.
Yeah.
It lost me. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I had that bag for like.
Oh, the colostomy bag.
Colostomy, yeah.
Yeah.
That was like the worst ever. Like that is like, man, I feel.
Yes, when you
anybody who
rupture,
has that, man, for
when
real.
you rupture your spleen or something like that.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Yeah.
Every day you gotta put this sticky stuff on, it rips your skin.
You got to
off,
clean it and
clean it.
Yeah.
I lucky my aunt. She never made me do it once. She said, "I don't want you to remember this. I'm gonna do it for you. Like just you don't even gotta.
Oh.
Yeah,
So you only had to do it for a short time, right?
6 months, but
Oh,
she
that's
changed every bag for me. She would come where I'm at, and hey, I'm like, hey, we got some shit like
You're
that.
strong,
Hey,
brother,
real.
man.
Hey,
Strong.
that part is a psychological mind fuck right there.
She didn't want me to remember it. She's like,
Yeah.
yeah, you gonna. I just want you to forget about this. I'm like, all right, for sure.
Yeah, my father had to get one of those because he got shot up. They shot him up 12 times, and one of the bullets fucked his spleen up. So forever he had to be with that bag. So I seen
That's
it.
what they told me. They said, yo, like people are with this forever. When I had that just for 6 months, I felt so bad for the people that have it forever, man. Like shout out those people that really deal with that every day. That's tough, man.
Yeah. That's crazy.
a lot of gangbangers.
Sorry about
that happens to them. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and then also the meaning of 29 is like, it's kind of crazy. Like, probably like 5-6 years before that, my great grandmother died on November 29th, same month,
Oh wow.
same day, and I crashed like a block away from her house. So I feel like she was like
It's a
my
connection.
angel, like in it, like keeping me safe, like making
She's
sure I didn't die. Kind
Watching over you.
Yeah, and then now I kind of see 29 like everywhere. Like I'll see it 3 times in one day. I'll see it on like a license plate. I'll see it on the time. I'll see it on just wherever I'm at. Like today I was driving here and I had 29 miles left in my car on gas. I'm like, hey. Like it's just always like I always see that number. Like it sticks out to me. It's weird. So I kind of see it as when I see that number, it's like maybe I'm living too fast and need to slow down, or like
How about there's a 2, 4, 5 right there? If you put that 4 and 5, that's a 9.
wow, yo,
It's all numerology.
yo.
V.
Yo, that was some crazy shit, man.
That's
Whoa.
right. Doctor
just-
notices all, baby.
That's
Hey,
wild.
You just
Wow.
got
As we're talking about it, we just equal 29, man. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Word.
you're gaining the ability to visualize and see the
Whoa.
matrix now.
Yeah.
Word.
That's what that is.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
When you start seeing the same thing, and the matrix is telling you, it's
Yeah.
giving you all your signs.
I'll
All
be
you have
like
to do is
sometimes
look.
I'll be
That's right.
speeding and I'll see that number somewhere. I'm like,
That you know,
slow down.
it's big time significant. Your tour is called that too, right? The 29 hour tour.
The 29 tour, yeah.
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 Oh.
The 29 tour. That's
Yeah.
right. That's
Man,
Hey,
yeah,
man.
leaving 4 days.
and that's your first like
First headline.
Headline tour, yeah.
I've opened up for Made in Tokyo when I was like 16. came alone. They didn't even let me bring anyone. They're like, bro, you got to come, just you. I'm like, all right, just me.
Baptized by fire.
Don't know
There
any
you
of
go.
these people. I'm just like texting his manager off his Instagram, like, don't know Tokyo, don't know his camera, don't know anyone on the bus. But by the end of it, we were all like brothers, just bonded. And then like, but I went on 2020. I went with Lil Mosey to Europe. That shit was crazy, man. Europe was like, man.
It's a different
It
vibe,
really,
right?
It really lets you know how much is out in the world that you haven't seen. You're just like, man, it's bigger than my hometown. It's bigger than what I'm trying to do right now. It's so much more stuff that we don't even know about.
It's crazy because you don't realize it till you see it.
Yep, not for real.
You know, like we've all been blessed to have those type of situations and see outside of our communities because, you know, we've been able to travel in these different places and see different cultures and things like that, man. It's a blessing to be able to play to be playing your music for all these different folks in these different places, but experience their, you know, what their shit is as well, man. It's
No, it's
awesome.
man.
It opens your
Hearing-
mind in
hearing-
a different
hearing
way,
the
I
fans,
think.
like supporters sing back your songs to you. That's like, man, it's crazy. Who would
Hell
have
yeah.
thought it?
The only thing is the food. Because my promoter would just smoke a cigarette and eat a bar of chocolate. And I'd be like, what the fuck? When we gonna go eat?
Bro.
And they're like, yo, the doobies need to go eat. Let's go get them. Let's go. Come on. Let's get them the real breakfast. I don't think Doobie wants a cigarette and a chocolate bar anymore. I think he knows what's up now. We got to feed him now.
That is the hardest part of touring, you know, like if it's your
It's the
first run.
diet.
Only at first.
So unhealthy.
Huh?
Only at first.
Only at first, because once you get once you do tour 3 and 4, you kind of get it dialed
My
in.
third, so I'm coming on a little more.
Yeah, you start finding your.
time.
You start getting your
I don't know how they
favorite
do it. How do they live out? The Europeans, they
But I'm
just
still a rook. I can't even figure. I'm still struggling. Like, how do I pack for 30 days? Like, I don't know what to. Like,
Word.
Pack
filled
for a
up-
week.
I already filled up 2 suitcases with just 12 outfits. I'm like, this is not.
You know what? Hey, listen. This,
Carry
this, hey,
5,
this,
6
hey,
suitcases.
you want to know something? This is something rappers go through. Like we take a lot of shit. Depending on the shows, right? Like this is the way I used to do it. I don't do it like this anymore. Now we got wardrobe cases and we send what we're going to wear on stage there, and then we just have our weekly kick it shit in our bags now.
I didn't
So
even know you could do that.
yeah, that's the
Damn,
one
right
right there.
there.
So let me tell you what, right? I used to pack a shirt that I was going to throw out after every show. So like if we had 30 shows, I had 30 shirts
I remember.
for those shows.
That's hard.
And then whatever I had like for the rest of the time to kick it with. So my bag would be fucking heavy. Like heavy until the end of the tour, and I've discarded all those fucking, you know, shirts and all that stuff. But I'd be way overpacked and over the limit, and then having to pay, you know, especially when you're in Europe, because they're, you know, back in the day when we weren't flying business or first, you got to pay for that extra fucking weight. And man, we just did not know. Now it's like I'll set up my shit real easy. I don't take too much. But as rappers, we want to be fresh everywhere we go. We want to look
Right.
like crispy.
True that.
And that's the problem. So if we're going on a 3-week tour, we're bringing
Shit's
all
getting
our
wrinkled.
shit.
Oh, everything's getting all wrinkled up.
Yeah, DJ Lord brings like 8 pairs of shoes.
Hey,
I'm like, come on, man, you really need 8 pairs of shoes?
Definitely gonna pack like
Yeah, he
50
does.
shoes. I'm not gonna lie.
That's what I'm saying, no. Because the shoes are the most important part of the get down.
Thank
with
you.
whatever you're wearing,
Thank
it's
you.
gonna
Thank
that's
you.
the foundationary shit. So he'll bring like 8 pairs.
Have you ever brought an animal on tour?
A what?
An animal, just like a dog.
Nah, we never brought dogs on tour.
I'm bringing my dog, man. I just got this dog, bro. It's crazy. I don't even know what I'm doing, bro. Everybody said, don't bring it, don't bring it. The bus, if he pee on the bus, it's a grand. It's pee spot.
Yes,
Kinda dog.
if he pees,
Fluffy Frenchie.
A what?
Fluffy Frenchie.
it's a smaller dog.
Yeah.
Never heard of him.
You should be good
Great.
though. With the small dog, it ain't that bad, and the bus driver can pull his ass over. You know, if you're paying for the bus, he got to do what you're asking him. They're like some of these bus drivers got it twisted, like they're the boss. It's like, nah,
That's real.
you're just driving. You could be replaced.
make sure he or she has somewhere to pee, because if the dog sleeps with you, the dog will pee on you.
But look,
See, like, I don't know what to do, though. I'm thinking, do I just let him pee and shit in the cage and then just clean that out if we can't let him out? Because you know we're gonna
Well,
be
no,
on the freeway and
look,
guys
you
gonna
could-
be like, oh, I'm
if-
trying to stop, bro.
If you guys got like one of them buses with the showers, put the pee pad in the shower and just have him do the business there.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, that's
that
not
too.
a bad
You know what I'm
idea.
saying?
Yeah.
And then if he shits,
But like, how
if he
mad would
shits-
you be if you were like a opening artist on my tour and then you try to walk in the shower and you see a little pee in there? You'd be like, man, this is fucked up.
well, look, most of these guys don't be taking showers.
That's real.
in the bus.
I don't even think I will. I shower at the venue.
Yeah.
Top of the morning.
Yeah,
First one in there.
Most ones are gonna shower in the
Puppy
venue.
piss.
Yeah.
I love a shower on the bus.
Just wash it out or something.
Wash it
I
out.
think I've only ever taken one shower on the bus.
Man,
Okay, I'm not even gonna do it. It's not
Bus-
good, huh?
bus
It's too
shower's
small
great.
for me.
Yeah.
If you get a nice one, it's nice though.
If you get a nice one.
Yeah.
We've gotten some decent ones, but I'm like, when we got to the venue, the shower there was always like, okay, I'm gonna just go do it.
But if you the last one in that shower, man, it's a war zone in there, man.
That's the truth.
I'm telling you, I had learned that the last tour. I'd be the last one. I'm like, there's no towels left. The whole water's flooded. It's like hair everywhere.
Come on.
Oh, man.
Damn.
The more than anything with the
Terrible.
dog, you got to worry about the dog hair and the pee and the shit. You know what I mean?
And like him chewing on stuff, like him
And
chewing,
chewing
up a
on
leg on the
shit,
table or something. Like he's in like a teething stage right now, so I gotta watch him.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's gonna be tough. I might send him home when I get to like Canada or something. I'll have my aunt come out
Yeah.
and take him home. But he's just like super attached too. He's like a little baby dog. He's only like a year, so he's like,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. He's still learning things.
Yeah, man.
Nah, but shit. We were on tour with Slipknot earlier in the year, and our bro Sid, number 0,
Shout out to Sid. Word up. Slipknot.
he brought his big ass shepherd dog. I mean, this thing was
That's
like it's
wild.
like a wolfhound or
That
something.
That dog had to be trained, right?
It was a big ass dog like this, man. Like seriously, it was a huge fucking dog. Like it takes like horse-sized shits. You know what I mean? So I can't imagine if this dog took a shit on the bus or a piss.
Well, he was a trained dog.
He was trained, yes, but like
Big dogs be smart. These Frenchies just don't know what's going on.
sometimes they
They'll
just
lift his
don't
leg
know.
up on the carpet.
They got that innocent look like,
Yeah, that's
know.
They're like, hey, I'm little.
man.
yeah, thank you. B, thank you.
Hey, at least they ain't taking no big old shits, man, because that would be horrible to deal with on a bus. I know we got limited time with my man right here. Do we got any questions from the Asylum?
Yeah, we got a few up in here. We got Midget Mike up in here asking, yo, Bankroll, what was it like making Ride With You, and what made you choose the Outcast beat?
Wow. I deleted that off YouTube when I blew up. I was trying to hide it. I was like, I don't want people to find this. But yo, that's crazy. Man, read it off again one more time. The question.
What was it like making Ride With You, and what made you choose the Outcast beat?
I used to just freestyle to that beat all the time at the studio with all my friends. It was like, it's like a go-to instrumental we would all sound good on rapping. One time I was like, I'm about to just put a little YouTube remix up on this. But that was early, man. That was before any of my songs took off. Like, that song took like $15 to record at this dude's house in Modesto.
And
Crazy.
And it blew up. See that?
Yeah, man. But like, it was never like that's crazy. You know that. That's like a sleeper song. Like, not all my supporters would know that. So,
Boom.
shout out Mike, man.
And we got Mike back up in here asking, if you wasn't rapping, what would your ideal job be?
I'll probably be doing ACs, a barber, or I'll be selling like houses or something if I had the bread to do that. But I probably wouldn't even have the bread to do that. So it'd probably be like ACs or a barber, make some quick money and put it somewhere else. Wow. Yeah, I'll probably do that. I ain't gonna
Stack
lie.
it up.
And we got Xander up in here saying, Hayden, we need you to come to Nashville. He's saying ATL is a little too far away for me.
Man, shout out Nashville. One time I was in there, I bought this kid's whole family ice cream in Nashville. I was out there doing a little show and stuff, but I gotta go out there, man. I don't know why they didn't put that date on the tour, man. They missed the market, man.
Hey, they be fucking with some hip hop down there, man. They love
Yeah.
it. Not enough gets over there. I mean, they got their own scene.
I've been hearing a
but-
lot of support from them, so I gotta
Yeah.
go over there, man.
Thank
So,
you. It's dope.
And we got Mr. D up in here saying, Bankroll still doesn't have a straw or a water.
hey, I got the
We
water.
got the water.
We got
no
the water.
straw, but this thing's damn near melted now. So,
We are strawless.
yeah.
And we got Mr. 87 up in here asking, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Any goals you want to achieve yet while you're in your 20s?
I'm trying to buy a house this year when I get off a tour. That's like a goal of mine that I never did in the beginning that I regretted, and now I'm like, okay, now that I could do it, I'm gonna do it. But
That's
I don't know. The next 5 years, I don't really look that far ahead. I mean, I got big goals for myself, and I want to have Grammys, and I want to do all this billboards, crazy stuff. But I'm just trying to look what's right ahead of me, what I can control, like in the moment.
I feel like everybody is stuck on a 5-year plan.
Right.
It's like you got to have a life plan.
Right.
Because if the things that you set out to do don't work out in 5 years, then what? I mean, you got to have a life plan.
Have a plan, but live now.
Live now. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
We got
What else
Mr.
we
D.
got?
We got Mr. D back up in here saying props to you for coming on the show. It was nice having you as a guest.
Oh, yeah, man. Thank you guys for having me, man. It was a great time. I appreciate all you guys. 29 out now. Make sure y'all get y'all tickets, man. We should give out some tickets for free on the show right now,
we
man.
could
Should
do it. We could do it. Hell yeah, we could
Yo,
do
what's
it.
up, man? We got a San Diego show this week. Is anybody
Boom.
from San Diego in the chat?
Oh, yeah, we got folks up in here
I
from
see that
San
lighter,
Diego.
brother.
Sin, can you pass him the lighter real quick?
Yeah,
Thank you, man.
no doubt.
Any San Diego? If not, man, we could do the Bay. We could do Atlanta. We could do whatever, man. Comment what city y'all in, man. Let's give some tickets out right now.
If you're in SD and you want pair of tickets, hit us up on the Super so we can see you. All right.
Dope.
Let's get it.
And that seems to be it for the questions and comments.
Word up,
Check, man. Thank you guys for having me.
Like,
Word up. We will get informations on anybody from SD that wants to, go support. And we want to thank my man Bankrol for sitting in with us.
Man, thank
First
you,
of
man.
many times. You got an open invite anytime you want to come
Appreciate
sit down
you,
with
man.
us, bro.
You a legend, man, for real.
And congratulations on the record. And good luck on the tour. I know you're going to rip
Thank
it
you,
because
bro.
you're in training. You got the eye of the tiger with that shit. He's up there. He's up there running the hills, popping verses off. I love to hear
Yeah.
shit like that
Yeah.
because that's someone taking their craft serious, and I'm
Real.
about that, man.
word.
Word up,
Thank you for
man.
having me, man.
Thank
Y'all
you,
have a great
Bankrol.
day, man.
That's inspiring because I tell you what, if I had to do that, man, I wouldn't even get up like enough to get past the intro of the song.
Like the first 4 bars are gas. All right, we'll be back after this.
Straight choking and dying.
I guess we're back with another edition of Soldier Stories. You thought that we forgot, but no. We got new stories, new cities, new shit. And right now, we are in Australia, Melbourne to be exact. And this is the beginning of the tour with Ice Cube in Cypress Hill, which is a long time in the making. Last time both of us toured together in, oh, I thought you were there. Oh yeah, that's right, I can smoke now. Last time I was doing these soda stories, I couldn't smoke, but anyway, yeah, the last time that Cube and Cypress Hill toured together here in Australia was probably in like 94, 93, 94 kind of thing. And we killed it. It was amazing. And to be able to come back all these years later and do a tour with Ice Cube again and do it, in this capacity is real big for us. Because, as y'all know, in between that time and now, the whole beef kind of thing, West Side Connection, Cypress Hill and everything like that. So who ever knew that we'd be able to get this back together again? But beef's gone, beef's aside, and we're able to just do our due, and make good music and perform in front of the fans. So first night in Melbourne was off the chain. And actually that was the second added show for this tour because all the other shows are sold the fuck out. Believe that. So to get up on the stage, see the fans, see all the excitement and have the people be receptive the way that they were, that was the shit for us. And I think that it was a perfect 1-2 punch. Cypress Hill knocking them off their ass. Then Ice Cube killing it. What more can you ask for? So we look forward to what this tour is going to bring. We look forward to how the fans are going to like it, and look forward to having some good smoke out here. Cheers.
I get fucking going fast over here. Catch up. And Bobo's putting the pressure on me. Hey, Bobo, slow the fuck down. What are you doing? How you doing, dog? All right, man. Good to see you, man.
It's okay.
I am jet lagged as fuck because I just flew 20 hours across the world from Atlanta to San Francisco to Melbourne, Australia, which is where we are currently. You know, the rule of thumb is to stay up and let your battery run down. You don't land and then go straight to bed because then your whole cycle system is going to be jacked up. So here's the tour tip. When you land in a foreign country, let your body get acclimated to where you are, and you'll do much better. I haven't laid in my bed and just slept. I've been doing after parties since I got here. So I'll say I'm on, how many days we've been here? 2, 3 days? 3 days. In 3 days I have about 10 hours sleep in total. Yes. This is what happens when you take on doing after parties and things like that, and you are a cyborg, like Lord. First show in Melbourne, out the gate, smash burger. Let them have it. We've been blazing, of course, wherever we go. Special delivery. So everyone got their head right with what we got. So, but the show was dope. People, it's always a pleasure coming to
BeReal.tv.
Time for submissions. 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 Time for submissions.
Oh, joining us for the
You know him.
Joining us for the submissions, my man Trace Noons
What's happening?
up in here.
Gentlemen,
How you doing?
I use that term loosely.
What's up, Trey?
All right. With that, and also many thanks and props to Bankrol for coming through and sitting in with us. Make sure you check out that 29 album.
Okay.
All right. Pop it.
First one of the day here. We got Dean Jones said he made a roast chicken for dinner last night.
Bring it.
That looks very restauranty.
Oh, you think Dean's lying?
No. I mean, like the portions.
The presentation, too.
The presentation looks like you went to an expensive restaurant and you paid a whole lot for that meal, and they gave you just a little bit.
I'd pay $40 for that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It looks like
With
a $40
tip,
meal
with a tip.
with a little tippy tip.
For that chicken leg, you'd pay $40?
At a nice restaurant.
That's a leg and a thigh.
And you got your
Thing looks like it's off a parakeet.
All right, so it's safe to say Trace would only pay $25 for this plate.
Tops, 25, tops.
It's not a $40 plate. It is a nice looking plate. We got the white plate, well lit. Nice portions of stuff, except for that chicken.
That chicken is a little,
Tapatio.
Trace would finish that whole plate in 30 seconds.
It's like chicken. It's like chicken. It's like chicken that Bobo would have made for us. He wouldn't have got the best robust chicken. He would have got the little itty bitty mincy chicken. Cheap bastard.
Little itty bitty mincy chicken.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
He wouldn't bring us a robust clucker.
One with a missing leg. And shit.
Yeah, I said,
He said, "Oh man, a deformed."
I got this chicken at Quickie Mart. Next. Sorry, Bobo. I'm just fucking around. You're not here to defend yourself. I'm so sorry.
Makes it easier.
Makes it easier. Next.
And we got let's see here. We got MB saying made some wild rice with olives, mushrooms, artichoke hearts, asparagus, and white wine and lime sauce and a leg of lamb.
That's another. That's that. Now that's a $40 meal. That's probably more than 40 Trace.
Right. No. Okay. Now we're working with something.
Will you fuck with that?
He said now we're working with something because he said lamb on there.
Right.
But he's got the morros down there too.
Explain the dish again, will you? One more time.
It's wild rice with olives, mushrooms, artichoke hearts, asparagus, and white wine, and lime sauce, and a leg of lamb.
That sounds so good.
Way too much rice
Can't
on
front
that
on
plate.
that one. That looks good.
Just need a little Cabernet with
Yeah,
that.
I think the rice is.
I
think the rice is subjectable, Steph, in terms of portion. But you're right. It is a little much on the rice side.
It is wild rice. That's the best.
Wow. Reverse the portions with the lamb and the.
I'll say this: wild rice is really good tasting.
With lamb? Oh my gosh.
Lamma damma ding
We're in
dong.
the Carthay circle.
Yeah,
That's it. Yeah. Ooh.
yeah, man.
That gets a good grade there.
Got it. Yeah.
Well done.
All right.
Nice.
And let's see here. We got Raul up in here with a little bit of chilaquiles.
Chilequilas.
Ooh. Mm-hmm. I like chilaquiles.
Yeah.
See, but the problem with that plate is in 2 minutes, that thing's soggy and it's just nasty.
Well, you're not. Well, look, you don't wait to eat it. You eat it.
Yeah, you do got to plow through it. You got to plow through it quick.
No,
Quick.
not really. I mean, the corn tortillas aren't supposed to be crispy in chilaquiles. They're supposed to be a little not soggy, but they're not supposed to be completely crispy.
Once you order that and they bring it to your table, they're not going to be around a long time anyway.
Good
No,
point.
you're
Good
gonna
point.
eat the hell out
You're
of
going to scarf them down. So
it. Like the texture of those should be like the way that. Well, I guess it's hard to say, but like slightly crispier than what you would get an enchilada. Like an enchilada is kind of soft, but if you let it crisp a little bit more, that's where the chilaquilas are. Not so soft and not so crispy.
okay.
They're right in the middle.
I like my enchiladas cooked a little extra, a little burnt edges type thing. Not too, soggy.
Everybody's got their thing.
Yeah, I like them when they're the next day and you're refrying them.
Oh
in the
man,
pan.
yeah, they taste good.
You don't got to flip them over. You just throw one side, let that bottom get all crunchy.
Depends who made them though.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, is it a fact that everybody, no matter who you talk to,
No.
makes the best enchilada?
No,
Everybody I talk to, I make the best enchilada.
people say they make
Bobo
the best
says he
enchilada.
makes the best enchilada.
He's lying.
Damn B. I know people that make really good enchiladas, but I know what
That's
you
a
mean.
better statement.
Yeah. Yes, I agree. I listen to B. Yes. So, yeah. Okay.
I enjoy most of them, but my mom's will always be my favorite.
I could understand if you say I make a great enchilada or a good enchilada, but to say that I make the best enchilada, no.
You eat.
There is
B.
no best.
I know you B. You always get the best.
There is no best. There's great ones and then there's not so great ones. But like I could say, hey, this guy makes the best enchilada in the world. But then Steph may taste it and say, well, that was okay. It's one of the good ones, but I don't know if that's the best.
Because
it's
I'm
all
thinking
It's all subjectable. Do you understand?
chicken or beef though? Which one?
Ground
You
For
guys-
me, chicken.
I love ground beef.
Okay, so if it's chicken, it's what? White chicken breast? For the texture?
Yes.
And then for beef, it's what? Carnitas or all ground beef? Just grounded beef.
I don't
Ground
do,
beef.
I don't.
Ground.
I don't like
Grounded
the ground beef.
beef.
I'd rather have the. I can't remember what beef they actually use for
shredded.
And she's shredded. Yeah, it's
Shredded beef is
Okay,
good too.
Yeah.
Send the wise one. I see. Okay.
No, I don't need enchiladas. Really telling you, but if I did, I'd get those shredded beef joints.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. All right, next.
What do you guys think of the breakfast biscuit sandwich?
Ooh. All right. Ooh. Oh.
Would you like jelly on there?
Yeah, the jelly.
Well,
it's a secret. No one talks about it.
Okay, look, I would put a little bit of jelly, but not top to bottom.
Not top to bottom.
That's too much jelly.
Just one side.
I want a little bit of jelly so it's not overriding the savoriness of it, but like when you up top, I think, is a lot. But that looks great, though. I mean, I cannot front.
That's a big ass biscuit.
It looks like a hockey puck. Is what it looks like.
Your belly's gonna feel like you got a hockey puck in it.
Someone's going home with a hockey puck in their tummy.
You're going straight to sleep after that one.
Belly puck.
That looks like a cardio episode to me if I ever saw one.
Heart attack in a plate.
You're gonna have to drink. You're gonna have to drink a gallon of water.
Wait a minute.
You're gonna have to drink a gallon of water, some apple cider shots, and plenty of walking to walk that shit off.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
We got Frostman up in here saying it was great seeing you guys on Saturday.
Word up, Frost. Yes,
yeah.
indeed. It was a dope event.
It was packed. Oh my God.
The LAFC kicked ass that day too when I left and went to the game. 3-0, baby.
Dope.
Kiss my butt.
You guys are 3-0 this season already?
Shout out to Les.
No, they won the game.
Oh, okay.
3-0.
Okay. How you guys doing on the season?
Good.
Good.
We looking to repeat, baby.
We got Jason up in here saying this is what happens when you live in the country. This fat girl has been here ever since we moved in 3 years ago.
The possum, huh? She's become a member of the familia, huh?
Saying she causes no trouble, but somehow she got in our laundry room.
Well, that's cool.
I love possums.
Possums are cool.
I like possums.
They are mistaken.
Raccoons are a pain in the ass.
I love raccoons
They're
too.
just misunderstood.
Well, all animals are kind of misunderstood. You can't understand them.
If I had to take,
What were you gonna say?
I wonder if them are good eating.
Probably.
Like, don't they make possum stew and that kind of stuff?
I ain't eating no
I never
possums,
had that
too.
before.
Pass.
I would imagine in olden times before there was a lot of cows up in here, motherfuckers on the plains ate what they came across.
Squirrel.
Squirrels,
Law squirrel.
possums, rabbits, raccoons,
Ugh.
I ain't no raccoon.
anything that could be meat.
Little raccoon pie.
Tabasco.
Hell, they ate snakes too.
Tabasco on
Little raccoon stew.
I ain't no
They got
snake.
Tabasco.
Back in the 1800s, you would have.
Oh, on the snake. Ooh, a little bit.
When we run out of beef, we run out of
When we run
chicken,
out of beef.
when we run out of pork, I'll be eating all that other
Yeah,
stuff.
no, I don't want none of it neither. Don't get me wrong.
I can't. Oh, man.
All right.
And we got Miroslav up in here saying, shout out from the Czech Republic. I finally got my tattoo colored.
Check it out.
Oh, that's hard.
Look at that.
That's hard. Hard.
The artist did great work on you.
Ooh.
Yeah, look at that.
That's actually like the rendition of the blow-up doll that goes on stage now.
Well, the blow up doll is an actual rendition of this.
Okay, that's going on here?
Yeah.
Wow, that's dope.
Kind of.
Or the Cypress shirt with the skull and the afro.
Right.
It looks just, I mean, you know what I mean.
That's hot,
dope.
though.
That's dope.
Thank you for representing so amazingly.
Look, that's really sick.
So painfully.
Yeah.
Dope colors.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is, look at the joint.
It's a nice little cone. Swizzly.
They be smoking that weed up in the Czech Republic.
They sure do. That is not true.
That's dope.
That is absolute truth.
That's dope.
All right.
We got Roddy Rod up in here saying, I can see Steph Tone wearing this.
Hell yeah, you could.
Oh, man. That's everything.
Oh, dude.
Wow.
Oh, man. Funny.
No shoes, huh?
Look at that. Look at the shoes.
Damn.
There's none.
There's no shoes.
No, those are the invisible Wonder Womans. You never heard of those?
Man.
Wonder Woman Air ones?
Her and her man.
That's like the
Flintstones.
Flintstones.
That wasn't a man, man. That wasn't a man.
You got the
That
Nike.
was another-
Wait. He got the Nike. She got the Nike Flintstone ones.
Her and her woman.
Yeah. There ain't no man up in that picture.
No, that's
Hey.
her feet are Barbie rub.
no,
Oh, they got matching shoes together. How about that? The Flintstone ones.
In all seriousness, though, obviously KFC is why they're in that condition, and they could reverse all that if they just got to stop going there.
Stop going to KFC.
Are they actually in the KFC or?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that's,
Oh,
that's
yeah, there it
KFC.
is. Fried chicken. There it is.
There it is. Fried.
But see how they put his head right strategically between her legs? Come on, the finger licking good. I see what they were doing, bro. They could have just made him red bottom.
Wow, you let
With
your
the-
mind go right there.
No, I mean, what,
Wow. I didn't even see that one.
no,
I didn't either.
Well, I'm just saying.
No, you.
All right.
I know.
Well, the Colonel had his
No,
face-
you're right though. I did notice that. Yes, it's
The Colonel did have his
He
face
saved me,
stuffed in her crotch.
Yes.
I'll get in trouble, man. Yeah.
He was brown nosing for real.
Oh,
The Colonel.
should be-
The Colonel
All right,
was
man,
brown
I don't have to see
nosing.
this no more, man. Change it.
No, you pointed it out.
He's stuck, dude.
Oh, we stuck. Oh.
Taking a big whip.
Help me, somebody. Get me out. Get me out. Get me out.
The Colonel's like, help me. All right.
B, help me, man. Help me, please. Help me.
And we got Doobie Dan up in here
Pull me
showing
out.
off his joint.
Woo!
All right.
Woo!
What's that on the floor?
Is that a shit right there by the dog?
What?
What the fuck is out on the floor?
Is that dog
You
shit?
scared me when you said that.
What?
Oh,
is
no,
that?
okay.
I thought that was a big, deuce.
Maybe it is a turd, though.
It is.
A deuce.
You can't have a joint and a turd in the same frame, baby. Come on. That ain't
What's
right.
with the dog? Look at the dog's back. Look at the dog's back. It's missing. It's got a rally stripe down it.
That's the lighting.
It's a big skunk.
No, it's the lighting.
It's not a dog.
Is
It's
it?
a big
Yeah,
skunk.
it's the lighting. Because
It's the lighting.
it does look like it does have a streak down its back, but it's the lighting.
It's the, yeah.
He's a shiny dog.
Pick up the dog shit home
Pick up the dog shit, eh?
and
Not
send the
beautiful
picture
dog.
again.
Maybe it's not dog shit, but it looks like it.
It's not.
What is it?
Shout out to the dog. Love the dog.
It's the sheath to a knife. Okay, now I see it. Okay, I do see it. If you hadn't said that, I would have thought it was just a big old poop right there. You know that the dog laid and he's like got it in the frame.
A dirty mask, some chones.
See, I don't have my glasses, though. I can't see. I don't know. I can't use an excuse for any of the other guys who can see this maybe a little bit more clear than.
Still looks like a big bomber to me.
Yeah. We'll stick with that. It's funnier. All right, next.
That looks like a big bomber to me.
And we got Terp Rules up in here saying he's smoking big.
All right, he is smoking big. Look at that.
Hey.
Elements are some decent papers too.
Except for
Yes.
them raw tips.
Yeah, get rid of those.
And they don't have no swine in them,
Get
right?
yourself some funky field tips. Get rid of them raw tips. Nothing against raw or nothing like that, but no.
Elevate your game.
Elevate your game.
Real talk.
Better and better, yep.
Yeah, if that was a big old jar of Funkies right there, then I'd be like, yeah, you about to have a great time.
I'm on my way.
See them raw tips. I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
you're going to get high. Okay.
Hey, listen, we're gonna be doing a giveaway with zigzags, with zigzag paper pretty soon, via our Be Real TV IG. So if you want a chance to win some things from our peoples at Zigzag, it would behoove you to follow us on Instagram, and when we activate the giveaway deal, keep up on game because they're gonna give away some cool stuff. Zigzag is like it's zigzag.
Show them that zag.
Show them that zag, man.
Right here, baby, right here. Right here.
Imagine if he was
Right.
smoking out. Hit it. Show him sideways. I meant, yeah, okay. Well, that's good. That's sideways enough. There you go. Hey, yeah.
Sorry, son. Okay.
Zigzag, salute to them. So, activate Be Real TV Instagram. Follow us there. And within the next day or so, we're going to be activating this giveaway. All right. And we're going to pick 20 people as winners. All right, there you go. And we will be giving away a hire this week, too. So just be up on game with that. All right, next one.
And we got Midget Mike up in here showing a little throwback here and saying party 1, 2, 3.
Rough House Records, greatest hits. Killer Man at the top, as it should be. Ujila.
Oh, that's dope.
How about that Rough House had DMX for like a heartbeat, and they didn't end up keeping him. They waived him, and then he goes and blows up.
Over in Def Jam.
Yeah.
Crazy. After they said he barks like a dog, we didn't want to sign him.
Yeah.
I remember that.
That was the salute to Chris and Joe because they're,
Thank you.
salute to them.
No,
but that was a bad play. They should have signed him. But who's to say? Like had they signed him, maybe he wasn't ready then. And maybe he doesn't blow up the way he blows up like he does on Def Jam because they did an amazing job.
Well played. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it could be that he wasn't ready yet.
Yeah.
And that happens.
That does happen.
All right.
And we got Tree up in here asking, curious on how you guys clean your glass at home. And he's asking if 420 formula is good to use.
Yeah, 420
Same
formula
one.
is good.
Yeah, same thing.
We use like alcohol 99%, and just let it soak for a few hours and then rinse.
I treat the Briggs the same as the tips. If you heat your alcohol up,
Yep, heat the alcohol.
you're done 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, there's a trick that some people do. If you get a cup that you can put in the microwave, you put your tips in there and just a little bit of alcohol just above the line of the tips, right? And put the microwave on for about 20-25 seconds and it'll bubble up. And as the microwave's goes off, it'll come down. That whole thing where it's rising and coming down, it strips all the shit off of your funky filled tips.
I'm doing
So
that.
you can try that. Don't leave it on for 30-35 seconds. So you're going to have an overflow. 20 seconds, 25 seconds tops.
Till it bubbles.
Till it bubbles, yeah.
Whatever, because it's, everyone's going to put a different amount in. And I always put my alcohol in the microwave by itself. I pour it over the tips.
Yeah.
Just in case there's any
that's what
funkiness with the actual tips being in the microwave.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Well, the tips should be fine in the microwave in the alcohol. That's the way I used to clean my tips. I don't do them so much like that anymore. But it's a quick 20 seconds, and after that, you just rinse them with cold water so don't burn your hands trying to touch them.
I feel like the microwave and the tips would make them fragile though.
No,
nuking them.
No, they're made with heat.
Well, as they say, nuke.
No, they're made with heat. They're and it has to be a certain heat for them to be affected, and the microwave is not working at that heat level.
So it doesn't crack the glass.
No.
It doesn't affect the glass.
If it's if they used faulty glass, maybe. But if they used the glass that they're supposed to use and they're not cutting any corners, no, that glass should last in that microwave. No problem.
Same with the heady ones?
Yeah.
That's the ones I worry about the most.
Yeah, no. Same with the heady ones. When you think about they have to melt that glass and the degrees of heat that it takes to manipulate that glass, the microwave doesn't produce that.
Okay.
All right, next one.
And next up in here, we got Smokestack Max saying, did you guys hear about the new Cottonmouth Kings? I know Cypress Hill did a song with the original crew back in the day and even had D-Loke up in the smoke box.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard of them. We've heard of them. The D-Loke is out with a new band, kind of. I guess some of the same, some new, some old, and they're out there, spreading the cannabis message. I guess is what they're doing, and we'll see what happens. I haven't heard anything yet, but I have no doubt that they could continue their, what they did at a good level. That's what I think, anyways. But we'll have to hear it and check it out.
And we got Fernando up in here saying he saw a bear from Lake Tahoe this past weekend.
Oh, shit.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, look at that. That's a big ass bear too.
Beautiful.
Probably the worst time of the year to see a bear because they're coming out of hibernation.
Yeah, he's hungry.
Hungry.
Hungered.
Uh-huh.
He's like, oh
Beautiful.
man. Exactly.
Sin, right? Get in the car. Get back in.
Get in the car.
Get back in the truck.
That's a big enough bear. He may not be full grown, but he's big enough.
Oh,
Imagine
yeah.
him
So
standing up.
the dude's just yelling at it, right? Like just like scaring it.
Give him some
whatever.
weed. Word. Look at him. He's just like him. Can I smoke?
I know you got some food. What's up?
Yeah, he wants a sandwich.
He's like,
Bring it.
that's the worst thing you could do, man. Leave any food out in a place where there's bears.
Well, it probably wasn't
They
an
come
adult
in.
bear.
He was ready.
I can't bear it. All right,
I
next.
can't bear Oh, man.
And we got Marcel up in here showing off some weed, saying, shout out to the Greenthumb crew in the 50s. Finished up some unicorn sherbet, and she came out nice.
She looks good. Look at that. Damn. Frosty.
Sexy.
She's a frosty girl.
I can't breathe. Oh, man, that's beautiful. My gosh, dude.
Her stripper name is Crystal. Or Cristal, if you want to get. If you want to get
classy.
You want to get classy.
Get sophisticated.
She's Cristal.
You want to get sophisticated. There you go. She's Cristal. So sophisticated.
And we got Andre up in here saying, greetings to the table, all the way from the east of Europe, saying, can I get a rating?
To the neck. All right. Oh, you did it seems like you did a backstrap deal here.
Saying I roll switch for less paper and more flavor, they're saying.
Yeah, I see that. So the line is distracting, but I could see it. Okay, to the neck right here. Is that a paper tip? Yes, it is a paper tip. No, it's a glass tip.
I don't know.
No, look at the bottom.
It's glass.
Yeah.
It's glass
Oh, yeah.
tip. It's
There
glass.
it is. I couldn't see
How
it.
the hell does it look like that? Maybe it's just a paper. All right, go up. All right, from the neck, it seems pretty cool, but you got a little slight pinch there that makes it sort of lean to the right a little bit.
Oh, yeah. No, it's definitely to the right when you see it all the way at the top.
Yeah, and then as you go up the elevator, there's a squeeze over here on the left side.
The squeeze.
There's a squeeze point there.
Right there.
And then as you go up the elevator,
Leaning tower.
Oh, yeah.
it's pretty, decent from there. There's a slight squeeze here and a squeeze on the other side slightly right there.
A little hook it's got a little hook to the right, though.
Yeah, it's hooking to the right for sure.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the Funko in the background, right? You know that corner is straight. So, I mean, you could see it's wider at the bottom on the left than it is at the top.
Yeah. So we're going to have to give this like a strong 5. One, because you back strapped it right there. You tried to put the less paper on it. You didn't even burn the paper, though. You like peeled it off. I don't know how you did that. But, yeah, you just got to work on shaping a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That's a 5 now, but it could easily turn to an 8. You just got to soften up on the squeeze points and make it a little bit more even. Try to get it even with the tip. The neck is the most important part. Like if you want to shape the weed before you put the tip in, you can do that. Or if you want to do like Pedro does, put the tip in and let that be the guide. Sometimes that, like for new rollers, that's definitely a good technique, because it'll show you where you need to be. Just keep rolling, smoke more, and that'll turn to an 8.
I'll tell you what. I mean, you give it a 5. I think it maybe deserves a little more because
Why?
the rolling technique itself is not a simple technique. And most of us would burn that paper off. You could see that he's got the scraps remaining that came off of it laying right there.
Yeah.
That's not easy to do.
Well done. Yeah, that is not easy to do.
Because like I said, for me, myself, I'll burn it off.
Yeah, I burn it off too. I don't cut it off.
So
I'll burn
what
it.
would you rate it, Steph?
I wouldn't give it more than a 7, though, because of the slant.
I'm sticking with the 5 because of that slant.
And it's not a funky tip. We know what a funky tip
Yeah,
means
that is,
over here.
Yeah, that's a bootleg. All right.
And last up in here, we got 420 Bud saying finally got some RSO in, tried a 250 milligram dose. He's saying it's very effective. Everyone have a great Tuesday today.
Time out. I want to tell you that I heard Bolton try to roll that R by accident right now. Like it was a Spanish word.
What?
Yeah, when he said RSO.
Yeah, you got me caught up with these
Let him
R's.
go,
he
man. Let
he
him
tried
go.
to roll it.
Dude, I didn't.
He said, RSO. And that's when he's trying to roll it instead of just saying RS.
You know what, though?
We got him traumatized up there. I'm
Hey.
sorry, Bolton.
One day, though, his R will roll, and it will drop on every R that he pronounces from there because he will be like amazed by himself being able to finally do it.
He's just got to like openly try. Like instead of going around it when he sees them, come, like try to do it. Just try to do it. All right, now read back what he said again.
Saying he finally got some RSO and did a 250 milligram dose.
That's a good dose. That's a good dose.
That's a very good dose.
That's a very good dose.
So you're going to sleep like a baby.
You're going to sleep like a baby. It's more manageable than what we've been doing.
Ooh, look at that syringe.
That's a nice.
Look at that.
She looks good.
Look at the way you look at that.
Hey, was this your first time doing RSO when we went across? Sendok?
Once and only time.
That was your first and only time?
Yeah.
How'd you like it?
Only.
I liked it. I didn't complain. I had no complaints.
So you would RSO it again?
I slept really good.
You would use it to go to sleep, yeah?
If I got into like where I couldn't sleep, I had insomnia or something, I definitely. Stop looking at me like I'm fucking around, dude. I'm being serious.
Why are you looking at me?
Because you're looking at me like.
No, you're looking at me. You're looking at me like.
No, you're looking at me like.
Well, I'm the guy that gave it to you.
Hey,
I'm
he's looking
nervous.
at you.
I can't breathe.
He's asking me something. You're looking at me.
No,
He's looking at you, son.
You're looking at me like because I'm the guy that gave it to him. Like I gave him something bad.
Right,
You know what I mean? I didn't
Hey,
do this to
are you looking at him?
No, he's looking at me.
Before he fucking interrupted by looking at me all fucked up, I was gonna say, yeah, I'd fucking use it again.
Okay, I'm gonna give you some.
I even brought some.
Like right now? Like,
Right now?
No, not right now. Like for when you need to go to sleep, man.
Do you go to bed at the same time when you take it? Or,
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, so regardless of whether you take it now, you're going to just, at a certain time, you just go to bed anyway, right?
12:30.
Okay, so 12:30, you're taking it like what, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock?
Yeah, 8 o'clock the latest. Because because 9 o'clock, if you take that, you're gonna feel it at like 4:30 in the morning.
Ah, okay.
If you take it between 9 and 10, you're gonna wake up at 3:30 or 4:30 in the morning because it hit you then.
So you're going like 8 o'clock?
Yeah, so
usually?
if I hit it by 8, like I'm well into the sleep where it doesn't like jar me like, hey, I'm here, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what happens when you take it too late. It jars you in your sleep because when it takes hold, it takes hold. So I think the earlier you take it, you're in that middle REM sleep where it's like it doesn't jar you. You're totally like it just your body conforms to it, I think.
Now, midnight, you crash out. You wake up at the same time regardless of when you crashed out, right? Like you're always getting up about the same time?
Yeah.
And how early do you get up? Because you get up early, right?
Yeah, probably between 7:30.
Okay, so but you stay down 7 hours for sure.
Right, for sure. It keeps me it allows me to get to 7, and I could get 8 if I really tried. For me to get 8 hours of sleep, I have to try to sleep 8 hours. That's not easy because I've always worked on short hours, but I had to learn to get to the 7 because realistically, that's your health talking. Like people that do 5 hours of sleep, they're only going to sustain that for a while before their body starts breaking down. They have to get the 7 hours. So I had to train myself to get to that. So, but on RSO, I could get to 8 if I needed to. I would just have to know that I'm going to start the day later than I usually do. All right, next.
And that seems to be it for submissions.
Thank you for your submissions. Keep them coming to brealtvcontest@gmail.com, and we will put them on. Now it's time to open up the doors to the insane asylum so the voices can be heard. You got a comment, question, shout out, suggestion? We want to hear it.
Welcome to the insane asylum.
Let's do this. We got Lori up in here saying the strong one needs some flips for being silent the first round.
Well, look, I gotta pay mine up too. So if you want, I will, hit us with a double shot.
Bring it.
I am not avoiding the shot clock when we're in that first 30 minutes. But sometimes, that you just, what I'm going to do, we got a guest. I'm not going to barge in on him the whole time because I got to talk in 30 minutes and,
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like we only
Yeah.
got him for an hour.
You have to give the conversation time to breathe.
Yeah.
Because we only got him for an hour. No,
I mean, I'll have a shot with you, but I'm just saying.
Bring it.
It sounded like you were trying to get out of it, but I know you really want it.
Like I have taken shots.
All right, take this one, and I'll take this one. No, here, wait. I owe the double. You take that one.
And we got Jeffro up in here saying, salute to my Cuban bro, Son Sosa. Any Son Doobie stories from the 93 Soul Assassins tour and when is Power Flow coming with some new music?
Let's see. 93 Soul Assassins tour, Son Doobie.
Don't say nothing, please. Please, man.
You know I could cook you right now, son, right?
Oh, man.
Oh, my God. You put him on the grill,
son.
Pete.
Put him on the grill. Thanks, B. Thanks. My
Son.
brothers, thank you.
I said he could, but...
thank you.
Son and Tyrone and Ralph M were a great part of the whole Soul Assassins family during those years, along with House of Pain and Cypress. We toured many countries together, and they were the youngest ones of the whole batch. Was the Funk Doobies. And they held down the stage for the first 30 to 45 minutes every night before Cypress Hill and House of Pain went on, and I mean, not even jocking you or nothing, son. You was killing it them days, right? You and Tyrone made a good combination, man.
I love you, man. I got scared.
It was dope. It was dope.
No, they did.
OG shit right
They
there.
did have a great show. You guys did put on a good show, live, a lot of energy.
I listen to you, man. I follow you. That's it.
Yeah. And then there's this other story about Son. I'm kidding, man. I'm fucking
I
around.
get scared, man. I don't remember everything, so.
I remember everything. Next.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And we got Alex up in here. Thank you so much to Alex for the super chat.
I'll tell you what, on your guys' yes, thank you, Alex. On your guys' record release party in New York.
Ooh.
That was awesome.
I
That was a
can't
good time.
forget that.
Everybody showed up for that. That
Like a
was
dream.
Awesome.
Well, 'cause
like
of
to
you
see
guys.
everybody representing. No, I mean,
You were the number one group in the country, in the world.
Yeah, but they were there for y'all because y'all had a dope record and they were fucking with y'all up on the East Coast, man. I mean, it was great to see those people come stun out for you like that. Man.
Yeah,
That shit was
Just
awesome.
thanks to everyone who showed up and leaders of the new school, and then you guys, and then us, man. That was my dream because
I remember people would confuse you and Curious George.
Remember, man,
Yeah.
Jorge, I love big shout out to Curious, big shout out to Psycho Les who did the production, and just the Constipated Monkey, whoever's involved with the Constipated Monkey project. Curious was we look like brothers, man, and I just love that dude.
You guys
man.
could have been cousins.
And you turned the lights on for me. B and Sin turned the lights on for me. I remember the Funkmaster Onyx Party, Def Jam, and you guys rocked it. And I remember House of Pain too when they came back at the Ritz. And I just remember I'm going to be here next year when the album's complete too. So
hell yeah,
yeah, man. I just followed you. Then
come on.
I just remember that you were the number one group of Cypress Hill, New York, and I was lucky to go to one of the shows, and it was the first time where I saw the ladies from Wall Street in their high heels after they're doing their trading go straight to the club, and they were jumping to kill a man, and I never seen that because these were like blue-eyed, blonde-haired,
yeah, that was
white
crazy.
folks that were upper class, and I didn't know it mixed with the Soho crowd, mixed in with the
That was crazy.
yeah,
seeing that
Midtown.
How it crossed over?
Yeah, from kids in the hood like us to the folks he's talking about.
Amazing show. I mean,
Nuts.
these two dudes, I mean, they would open a portal on stage, and it would just be like a time machine of, the real hip hop. If you ever seen Beat Street or Wild Style and Star Wars, or for any diehard, like if you like Fat Five Freddy or Future 2000 or Scene, any B-boy or any B-girl would be like, yo, they killed it because these dudes, they know hip-hop, so I can't,
Word up,
they
so
killed
do
it all.
you, dog.
They
You're only
killed
a
it.
year
But
younger.
your
Don't be
show
acting
was
like you're
different.
also...
Can I just say your show was different from the way it is now? Because now it's like a rock show.
Yeah, it's different.
It's different, but you did the straight Big Daddy Kane, Bismarck-y type hip-hop show. You killed it. Like, it was just turntables and the microphone.
When it
That's
was
it.
that.
The basic element of hip hop. Yeah.
Word up.
Yeah.
Salute to the basic
You were
elements.
man. Sin, forget it. The way you guys have each other on stage, it's just like, dude, it's like Circus Soleil, like when they catch the trapeze dudes.
Oh, come on.
But
Next.
you know what I mean. No, hey, you guys, no.
No, I
that's
know
for
what you
real
mean.
because I know shows and the way you guys did it and the way Sin and you guys catch each other's ad libs and the way you doubles. Forget it, man. It's insane. You know that, man.
That comes from years and years and years and years and years of just hanging out.
You fuck.
Am I lying?
No, you're right. You're right.
Oh, I'm
You're
sorry.
right.
Word, Sid.
That's all it is.
Word.
All right.
And we got Tall Boy up here in the super chat saying, "Watch Bill Maher and Fred Durst smoke on cam." Must have been his podcast. Saying, "Great to see you, Sendog. Blessings to the whole crew and Be Real TV."
Yeah.
I wish
Thank you.
Bill
Blessings
Maher
to
would
you.
come down here and
Bring it.
smoke with us.
Word.
Need him in the smoke box.
And Fred. I've been trying to invite Fred down here forever. I think he thinks we want him in the smoke box. I'm like,
Shout out to
should.
Fred.
well, look, I already know he doesn't smoke like that. Like he could be at the table and be comfortable because, like, you know, it's open. I mean, kinda, and it's not as much pressure as being in the car.
True.
Oh yeah, way different.
The car is pressure.
So you got these guys shook. You're calling them out and leaving them messages, and they're not returning them. They're trying to get in the smoke box.
Bill Maher's not going to get in the smoke box. I already know. That's just too much. I mean, I know he's a stoner, but it's too much for him. I mean, look,
Got them shook.
there's been people that have had trouble in the smoke box.
It's not easy in there.
It's not. I'm used to this because I was not born here. I was created here. You know what I'm saying? There's just different things here going on. Other folks, it's tough for them.
It's tough in there. I'll straight tell people it's tough in there. I'm lucky I got years and years of smoking to my advantage, but it still takes me down every time in there.
It takes everybody down a little bit.
You got to breathe slow.
But yes,
Try. You
okay,
gotta-
so
the secret is to breathe slow.
there is a technique to it, and he said it.
I'm not arguing with it.
If you take
Almost
big
died.
breaths in there,
It's not the place for deep breaths.
it's not the place for deep breaths or any sort of coughing or taking big,
rapid.
enormous hits.
Oh, once you start coughing, you're on. That's it. That's
You
the
could
beginning
take
of the
the
end.
you could take the Spicoli enormous hits in the first 2 minutes of the deal.
I
Did
agree.
you say Spicoli? Yeah.
But if you start taking the Spicoli hits after about 5 minutes and the smoke is accumulated, trust you are going to have problems.
Word.
The only one that I could say that could last through a smoke session like that without like being affected is our bro Peter Dante. He is the only one that could probably smoke like that in there and not be like totally bombed out and coughing and losing his shit and having to get out.
Word.
Well, the
and then
thing is,
reset.
once you start coughing, that's it. It's over.
The little cough, once it starts,
Yeah.
turns into the big cough. The big cough, well, you can get over the big cough, but you got to like hunker down real quick. Because the minute you start big coughing, like, 5 coughs, you're done. You ain't going to stop coughing.
Dude, no.
Yeah, because at that point you're gasping for your breath, and there ain't no breath in there.
I've seen 3 guys do it. Here's 1. Here's 2. Exhibits the 3rd. Y'all took big coughs at certain boxes that brought on other big coughs. Am I lying?
Oh yeah. Again, though, you know what I mean. My advantage is 30 straight years of smoking.
Right. The second time you did it, you didn't cough.
Oh, it was way better second time.
You had the better second time. Sendog had a better second time. His third time, well, you'll see that later, but
Dude, I left here so high, I had to knock out right when I got home, and then when I woke up around 1 or 2, I started coughing up what was in the smoke box. That's how bad it was. But I didn't tell none of y'all. That's why I was like, "Yeah, B, I'm gonna leave now. Is that okay?"
Yeah.
And you were just go, Doobie, do it. It's okay. Go. It's all good.
What
Go,
happens, I think, is that people come in there. We'll do this quick because we got more to get on. I think people come in and they feel like they got to keep up with us instead of just smoking at their pace and just being like calm.
Don't try to keep up.
And don't try to keep up. And don't breathe big. And no big movements.
Thank you.
No
That's
big
the secret.
movements.
For real, that is the secret. Though.
Because realistically, when you start fidgeting around
You're
and you start
like a
moving
bank
around
vault.
and you're trying to get
Waste the air.
That's it. You're done.
Bank vault, waste the air. Don't waste your air. Yeah.
Because then the anxieties come.
That's real.
When I was there, I know I got these glasses on, but and they're comfortable right now. But when I was in the smoke box, they felt like they were squeezing me like Jason Friday the 13th's head, and I thought my eye was gonna pop out. I'm sorry, I just wanted to share that with you. That's it.
And don't climb in there wearing a Pendleton. You're gonna overheat.
And you're going to make your
That was
Pendleton
my
smell.
fault. Yeah, I had a leather jacket. I shouldn't have did that.
Your
I was
Pendleton's
just-
going to
yeah.
smell horrible after that. I know because I've gassed a couple of my Pendletons going in there. I did not think about it.
No, there's no saving that.
Gas my Pendletons.
Yeah, I had to send them to the dry cleaner straight away. All right, next.
And we got Twackalack up in here saying, "Yo, B, many thanks. I'm no longer smoking a joint without a funky."
Yeah.
Way to go. Let's give him a round for that because that's graduation day. That's great. You'll never be the same.
No, there's no.
You'll never be the same because realistically, you've just hit the refined way to smoke a joint or a blunt if, you want to be like our boy Bankrol or Pedro for that matter and be rolling blunts on funky filled tips. But you just graduated. Salute. I wish I had a cap and diploma for you. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna change your life as a joint smoker.
To the point where you will probably refuse to smoke a joint without the tip.
Absolutely, because I will not.
You know what I mean? Like, there's no point.
If you pass me, listen, people. If you pass me a joint with no glass tip, even if it's not a funky fill tip, right? Like I don't. If I see a bootleg tip, okay, fine. I'm gonna if it's a bomb on the tip, I'm gonna smoke it, but I'm gonna throw the tip out. But if it comes with no tip on it, I'm not smoking it. I am sorry. You could put that back in the bag.
And don't pass a tip to somebody
Understood.
where your tip wasn't clean. Like you already used the tip and now you're in a round 2 or 3 with it. Nuh-uh.
Or if it's bomb, I might take it and re-roll it and put a tip on it.
Okay.
I ain't gonna smoke out of your stank ass unclean tip.
Yeah, but I'm not
Don't
gonna.
want it.
Yes, not gonna smoke out of a dirty tip. Not gonna smoke out of a tipless joint. Boom. There you go. All right, next.
And we got Megan up in here saying, "Hi, Sendog. Nice to see you on the show." She's saying, "Be Real gets annoyed by drunk people in his face. What do people do that annoys you?"
Oh shit.
Man, drunk people in your face is universal.
That's a pet peeve of mine, though. It's
I
one
hate
of
that.
my 2 pet peeves.
Come with the I love yous. Why don't you
Yeah.
love me's?
Yeah. all
I
that.
would say like when you ask me for a picture and stand too close to me and try to put like your dick on my lap and
What?
Whoa.
What the? What?
Wow.
You guys asked.
no.
You asked.
People get too close. People get too
Damn.
close. And they try to put their arm over you like this and shit. And then they're like all on you like this and shit. Hey man, take a picture. And I'm like, all righty, you must.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Your dick is too close.
People get
Was that too harsh? I'm sorry.
people get too connected with you, Sendog. I've never had someone come put their dick on my lap,
No, they
bro.
love
I'm like,
him.
what?
Oh my god.
Gives the meet
They
and
love
greet a
Sen.
whole new meaning.
That's a meet and greet on a different level. Yeah.
Okay, well maybe they just stand too close.
All right. Okay. All
I
right.
can't take it.
I feel
Oh,
you.
no, I
Standing
can't
too
take
close.
no more.
Don't
I can't take
stand.
no more.
Don't stand
take
so
no more.
close to me.
Let it out. Let it out. Let it out. Let
Hey,
it out.
that's what we're gonna be playing when Sendog takes pictures with fans. Don't stand. Don't stand. Don't stand so close to
I'll
me.
start posing like this.
Do-do-do-do.
We could start
I
having
got borders. I have borders.
Borders.
There's parameters.
some arm board like blocks, like pieces of wood. So when you're down, you're putting like a shield up. Boom! This is the zone, homie.
This is
I'm
my
in it.
area. This is my area.
Put a tub around you real quick. Do not pass these.
Man, that was a good one. That was a good one, son. You're good.
Next.
And we got GDP Smoke up in here saying, "Salute to the Buddha Master and highest podcast crew. Still tending to the bud, so no bong blast yet. Good luck to the Lakers tonight. Salute to Sendog El Perro Loco. Need him on the show more often."
All right, let's try that again. El Perro Loco.
El Perro, I can't roll those R's today.
No.
El Perro Loco. Yeah. That ain't happening today.
You're just embarrassed because
I think I need to start with an R. Yeah.
Come on.
Start with the roll and just add the R. to
The despair and peril.
yeah,
That's what
that
it
ain't
sounds like, that
happening.
type of peril.
That ain't
Perro.
happening.
The motherfucking dog, man. The motherfucking
yeah.
dog.
Perro, yeah. That ain't happening today.
Peril Guerrero.
His confidence is shattered. All right, next.
And we got Musty up in here saying, how about mole enchiladas?
All right. Those are good.
The mole.
Yeah.
The mole.
Can't have no enchiladas without some mole.
I love the mole. Yeah, good stuff.
You need some sauce on there.
Ooh.
It's not an enchilada without it.
Well, these are different, right? Like there's normally restaurants have them with the red sauce or green sauce, but this is with the mole sauce, which is
different,
completely different.
Isn't that like chocolate?
Yeah, it's bomb, son. It's kind of chocolate. It's like a spicy and chocolatey at the same time.
More of a cocoa thing type? I don't know.
More of a spicy.
But it's not like Hershey.
More of a spicy, I
Okay,
think.
but not like a Hershey chocolate.
No.
All right.
You've never had mole?
It's not sweet.
I think I have.
No. If you thought you had it, you
No,
probably
don't play.
did.
No, I have. But
What's it look like?
It actually hardens. It gets kind of like thick.
Well, it's thick, but it doesn't harden.
And they don't smother it. It's
Looks like
kind
Guinness.
of a drizzle.
Looks like Guinness.
No, it's not necessarily a drizzle.
Yeah, it's not like it's the main ingredient. Like it's
No,
It's like pizza sauce.
It's not like a cannoli.
You would cover the whole enchilada.
No,
in
it's
sauce.
okay. So
except for the end.
with mole, they'll make a chicken mole and other different styles, but it's actually like the sauce is thick, but it doesn't harden.
Is it the binder you're trying?
It's like a gravy.
It's like a gravy.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
All right.
but it's thick. It's chocolatey, but more spicy than chocolatey. I mean, you taste the sweetness in it. This is what it looks like.
Okay.
Mole.
Okay.
It's a dark style enchilada, right? Like enchiladas are red or green. This is a different style. It's more traditional,
Good.
and it's fucking incredible when they make it right.
And those onions would be typically inside.
Inside, yeah.
You wouldn't get them on top.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's
Chop.
just an extra visual splash for whoever made that.
Yeah.
All right.
And we got Karina up in here saying, hey, you guys. Much love to everyone and the table and the THC crew. Y'all got any of them snacks left to share with Send Dog Trace and Son Doobie?
No.
Much love.
They're probably in the cupboard somewhere. And thank you for the snacks, by the way.
Hell yeah.
And we got Lewis up in here saying, thank you for a good show today.
Thank you for receiving this good show today.
And we got Marbell up in here saying, Brosha, how would you like to be on my album called Colton 187? He's saying, Colton, you bootney, Farnsworth, jabroni. I don't even know this word. Mantangasi, alerta, then I'm going to flip you a rig.
I think that's Latin.
Yeah.
I think that's Latin.
That's probably
That's
Latin.
vulgar Latin. That's vulgar Latin.
That's your other nickname, Brosha.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah, that's you.
Oh, all right.
I see.
I guess so. Okay. It's appropriate. I do have a brosha.
He's like, or you got to ride on Bolton right now is what he's asking. All right.
And we got Kale up in here saying, Send Dog, did you ride your Harley today?
He don't have a Harley.
No Harley. I am sponsored by Indian. Thank you very much, Indian Motorcycle.
Shout out to Indian.
No. We came in a vehicle today. We came in one of the cars today. So, but it is riding season. Get your boots and gloves ready because it is riding season. But for right now, we just came in a car.
And we got solar panels up in here saying, Bobo gonna be like one-legged chicken, though. Y'all ain't right. Fun show today.
Word. Thank you very much. Real quick, Sublime, what I got. Hit up Aton and us. Can't wait to see Cypress Hill Summer Festival mid-July in Quebec. That's right. We're going to be out there. Get your tickets and come see us.
That's
All
going
right.
to be dope.
And we got One Lake Show 7 saying, let's get this W tonight. Let's go Lakers.
Yeah, I don't know why, they couldn't be consistent enough to keep that 6th spot and we wouldn't have to be in this play-in thing, which is a wild card. It's an NBA wild card, basically. They added a wild card type of game into the game. And the Lakers, one of the storied franchises, are one of the wild cards. I think they're definitely gonna beat these guys tonight for sure. It's just the fact that they ain't gonna have any rest.
Who are they playing?
Who is it tonight?
Timberwolves.
But the thing is that they got to go straight into the playoffs right after that. There is no time off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, whenever you're the wild card, you have the rough schedule. No time,
they're
no
gonna have
rest.
the roughest schedule.
Right.
They need to be consistent. Anyway, next.
And we got Bake Your Noodle up in here saying, saw Be Real on a movie the other day. Movie was called Shade from 2003.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a movie about 3 hustlers. They were card hustlers. Old girl from Westworld is in it. I can't remember her name. Dude, I think his name is Patrick Stewart or something like that.
Oh, wow.
He was
Star Trek?
Serge Patrick
wait,
Stewart?
no.
X-Men?
No. Here it goes. Stuart Townsend, my bad. Stuart Townsend. Sylvester Stallone was in this. Melanie Griffith. Theon Dewey. I don't know. Don Dewey. I don't know how you say that name, baby.
She looked good.
But she was in it. She looks good. And she looked good in the movie. Gabriel Byrne, he was one of the principals. Stuart and Thandy. Let's just call her Thandy for right now. They were the 3 principals, and support was Jamie Foxx, Sylvester Stallone, Melanie Griffin, and dude that was in Do the Right Thing.
Look at
right.
that.
He's the guy that had the stuttering problem. Mookie.
Oh, he's good.
He's in this
Good
movie.
actor. He was in King of New York, too.
I played his right hand.
What?
In this particular movie until I get smoked.
In that picture, I see
I'm
two
watching
people
that.
I didn't even, I wouldn't recognize. Well, one of them I didn't recognize, but the other one is like out of place. Melanie Griffith doesn't look recognizable.
Not in that photo.
And that's not a good picture of Rambo.
Well, Rambo's a little bit older now. That's what he looks like now, though. I think. Yeah, well, if you look at Tulsa King, it's pretty close. All right.
I was gonna say that looks like
Yo.
just like the Tulsa King.
Yo. No, Tulsa King's got a mustache and a goatee, bro. Tulsa King got a mustache and a goatee. It's very different.
He looks like Carter. Get Carter.
Oh, yeah, okay.
He don't look like Rambo or Rocky.
No, he doesn't. He looks like Sly.
And we got Karina back up in here saying, caught Soul Assassins tour in Toronto. Everybody killed it. Hooligans, Funk Dubious, House of Pain, and Cypress Hill.
Nice.
One of the best shows I've ever seen.
Thank you very much.
And we got Up is Down up in here. Thank you so much for your super chat.
Hell yeah.
Yes, indeed.
And that seems to be it.
Thank you very much for that. Make sure to tune in to the mix right after this on Twitch. B_Real TV is the place. Boom.
Don't go nowhere.
Where's it at? Where's it at?
There we go.
There it goes. Right there. B_Real TV. Join us there. I'll be mixing. Psycho Leezy's out of town, so I'm gonna pop it off. So hopefully you dig what I'm playing.
Bring it.
With that, thank you everybody for watching and getting down with us. Salute to Bankrol for sitting in with us. Make sure you check out that album 29. And Sendog, you got any shout outs?
Yeah, shout out to all of y'all. Shout out to everybody in Australia, New Zealand. It was a blast being there, having a good time with everybody. And yeah, that's about it, man. Peace out.
I'll give a big shout out. I got new stuff on Clash of the Titans, iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, and every music platform. Big shout out to Seven Soprano. Big shout out to Daniel, Frisco, and Richie. And also got to give a big shout out to Monica and Isaiah and Aaliyah, my cousins, my dad, and of course Tamahawk and Ralph Fem, Funk Dubious, Soul Assassins. Yeah, 2023. Thank you guys. Thank you, B.
Shout the Insane Asylum. Thank you guys so much. Shout to Ray, Morning Shot Films. Shout to the Dominator. Shout to Sendog for coming through. And shout out to my Uncle Trace. What's going on, Steph Tone?
Yeah, man. Shout out to Tinder and their big pimping offer they got now. Yeah, they pimping. Mark Sargent, Karen B, David Weiss, Trace B, Sen, Sundubi, Bolton, Ray Ray Morning Shot Film, Taryn at Velvet Hammer, The Dominator, Pedro, Javi Lopez, Psycho Leezy, E-Zone, all the Asylum, the Twitch Ward, the Discord release. Y'all have a great week. Catch you guys on not Friday, but next Tuesday. I got some things I got to do this weekend. So I'll see y'all next week. Have a great week.
Big shout out to everybody, especially you guys sitting around the table. I love coming in here and hanging out with you guys, man. It's like a lot of people have said it before. Coming in here is just like funny conversation. This isn't even like doing a show. It's just like sitting around bullshit, and I love it. It's fun hanging out with all you guys. The road trip in here with Senny is half the fun. That's a comedy show within itself. But all my Instagram followers, thank you so much for tuning in. You're a small army, but I love each and every one of you. The whole Be Real TV staff down here, that's always good to me. Aton, kind of Aton, I guess. But no, seriously though, thanks a lot, you guys, and it's always fun coming in.
Hell yeah.
Be accountable for your actions, y'all. A lot of us don't like to see the ugly part of the side of us that, makes mistakes. A lot of us don't like to own up to them. So we avoid them, we deny them, do everything but confront it and try to make it better. Be accountable. Be accountable for the things you do, the things you say, the way you act, all of it. Because realistically, man, that's everything for your growth. If you can take ownership of the mistakes you make and learn from them and grow from them and teach others not to make those same mistakes, that is growth. And it's a blessing. God gives it to you. Swallow that.